Ladies and gentlemen, it happened again, my goodness. Well, anyway, hello. Like last time we did this, there's a new Monkey Wrench episode, and once again, I am part of it. Now, luckily, this time I don't sound so awful, hopefully. My voice last time I did this, I was like in the middle of doing something else, and I was like, hello everybody, But, yes, part of Monkey Wrench, once again, the episode dropped yesterday, but I've already seen this, because I was part of it. One of the biggest things for this was the fact that I got to compose some soundtrack stuff for it. The Sith Lord thing was teased in the previous episode, and in this episode, we finally got to, meta way show off the band. But yeah, this is pretty cool once again to be part of. So once again, we're streaming in kind of a weird stream time now. Zero might be asleep in Zero Land, but that's fine. I'm sure Zero can watch this in post and whatever. But we'll see what shows up. But anyway, we're gonna do it today in this stream. We're gonna be watching the episode, and I'll give you some behind-the-scenes commentary if you so wish. Or my thoughts in general, or maybe some lines that you might have not heard throughout the episode. But yeah, if you haven't seen this already, please don't watch my stream of it. Go watch Cyril's upload of it, and But I think people could see this episode early before it was out on his exclusive Patreon or whatever. I got to see it very early, and I got to see the behind the scenes and as it was being developed. But as I said before, the soundtrack in this episode was made by yours truly and Phrenk, and Phrenk even has a a role in this, which is pretty good. We also have a full song about this in this episode, available on Spotify and YouTube and Bandcamp and all that jazz. But anyway, I think Zero did show up in chat. Yeah, Zero, I hear he sleeps too long. Yeah. Once again, shit, man. All credit where credit is due, and that is to the amazing team behind this that put in hours and hours and months of work to make an episode like this. I see a lot of people say that, Monkey Wrench is like the most underrated show on YouTube, and I definitely think so too. I mean, I said this before on the previous sort of voice acting behind the scenes stream, but I don't watch too much nowadays cartoons, like Metalocalypse, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. That's my jam, but this is better than I would say a lot of the shit that you can see online too. That is not nepotism, okay? That is not nepotism because I'm fucking part of it. It's like you see the Jawbone chase scene, you see the action scenes with Sanchez, and it's like, this is really fucking good. And it's 30 minutes, and it's like a movie, nepotism, So what would Jawbone think about Elf? Both Jawbone and Joey hates it, okay? But not in Japanese. When we saw a Japanese Elf the other day, But it's cool to be part about this for sure, man. But we're gonna watch the episode, and again, I have seen the episode. I'm sorry, I'm yapping. I know you guys are like, shut the fuck up. But here's the thing: no video games today. Just watching the episode, so it's gonna be Yap O'Clock starring Joey. Okay, Joey Vinesauce. Joel, how's it feel to know about Windows 10 losing support? Well, anecdotally, I heard about that, but I'm gonna say this: apparently, in EU, if you're outside America, specifically EU, it is extended until 2026. Because in America, apparently, you have to do some sort of reward program. You have to spend 1,000 Microsoft points to continue getting updates. We don't. We get it for free. So you can give a big shout out to Bill Gates. And your computer will not blow up, only if you have a Microsoft account. I don't know, but I will eventually be forced to to drop it. Maybe I'll just do it next month, you know. But hey, it's funny. I gave my dad Windows 11 before I did it to myself. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be watching the episode here and give my little thoughts about it. All right. Well, as I said, here's my little commentary about this.
Flash of white. And from that
what if I just
white,
did this?
The 3 colors emerged. Primaries red, yellow,
It's so bright I can't see nothing.
blue. Together,
Ah!
they painted the galaxy's blank canvas with life.
Wait, how do I fix
Far and
this?
wide
No,
their
no.
children spread. But the eldest of their children, the Terrans, grew too arrogant.
In the ancient
sought
days
to
before
create a new
civilization,
idol.
there was Zurul!
Color, a new form of life. It failed. Countless races were caught in the cataclysm,
The goblins, the
survived.
elves.
corrupted beyond all recognition.
The ancient ring.
How could we prevent such an event from occurring
How can
again?
you help?
Science, commerce, enforcement.
Yogurt.
The League of Aligned Worlds was formed. Our Birth of Law series continues
Sounds like the
today
WikiHow.
as we join Tezeri, protege of Primary Red and commander of law enforcement. She will be showing
Law.
us the lengths they will go to support those displaced by the unfortunate events that still plague our galaxy.
What do the DNA samples show?
I'm just gonna pause a little bit in between here, but I'll say this: when Jawbone says "law," that is me channeling Sylvester Stallone. Actually, it's not Sylvester Stallone; it's the guy opposite of Sylvester Stallone in the Judge Dredd movie. Law. I love that. I love that movie. I don't care. I don't care what people say. All right, you know, I know that the what's his name, Carl Urban movie is much better and it's more representative of Judge Dredd, but I love action from the 90s, and there's some stuff in that Judge Dredd movie that I absolutely love. Eat recycled food, it's good for you, you know. It's great.
With any species on the registry.
They speak, yes. Has there been no communication?
We're working on that, ma'am. But they're not exactly talkative.
Did you know
What do you call
that this
yourself?
Boingy Boof right here was actually voice acted
Very well. We will address
by
your case
a-
number for the time.
Name is Pointy.
talking raccoon.
I see.
Zerl showed me the evidence, and
You'll be assigned a temporary
Zerl
living
himself
space as we continue to search for any
has
sign of
a raccoon in the house
such as yourself.
that talks on command, but only speaks in the lines that is featured in this episode. These are real facts. Actually, if there's something I really hate, it's DVD commentary, and it's it's DVD commentary that doesn't add anything. You're watching one of them from Arnold specifically. There's a DVD compilation on YouTube. Check this out later, by the way. It's Arnold commentating on his own movies, and Arnold will give commentary on absolutely stupid shit. He will describe the scene for you like your eyeballs are watching it. He adds nothing. Yeah, this is me going down the road. This is me drinking a beer. And now I'm in the scene and talking. I'm talking in the movie. Like, can you tell me why? What was that scene? I'm in this movie you're watching right now.
We'll do all that we can.
Turn on subtitles. This is directly next split. I can't.
Believe that.
And Frank is in chat. He didn't see me.
It's hard to believe.
This is me yelling at
in this day and age,
Cohagen to give the people
entire
air.
species can still just disappear. Your thoughts, Commander?
This galaxy bears scars that are immense and profound. Scars that, without proper care, may reopen. May the Trinity continue.
I had a nightmare where I
to
had
strengthen these
pupils like that.
kind
I had double
lives.
pupils once.
Sorry to interrupt, Commander Tizeri, but it's him. He's back.
Oh my god.
Lots and lots of strength.
Joel, I'm shoveling rotten apples. What is this stream? You're shoveling in your mouth? Okay, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there's gonna be a lot of pausing throughout this, so, you know, if you're not into that, feel free to treat this as a podcast or whatever you want to call it, but, so this is the scene,
Will you off? You're gonna blow up the whole crate like that.
Trust me! This time, I can make this right.
You know what I love? You know about love Zero's animation? You could stop any frame here, and it could be a funny reaction. Like, you know what I mean? Ah! Yeah.
Son of a bitch!
Which again, I like to channel a little bit of, like, quasi references into the voice work. This is just Joseph. This is Joseph Joestar, you know?
Son of a bitch!
Did you see the video about Peter Weller? He's supposed to be reviewing an Oreo milkshake, but he goes on a tangent about music. Well, that's what it is. I guess there's no law enforcement out here, so, you know, we're allowed to swear, you know?
Alright, little red. You wanna rock? Let me show you how I roll.
I was in the episode. I fought the ghost, but sometime I fell into a but So here's a little anecdotal thing about this scene. This is actual commentary. This isn't just me doing funny observatory shit. This scene, let me pause during this too. And I know it's frustrating for you guys, probably be like, okay, get on with it. We don't want to watch a stream that is 16 hours of just pausing and going. But, you know, I was approached by Zerl about this, and he asked, like, we're thinking about doing, like, a animated, you know, like a storyboard, and you can set some music to it. And, you know, there was many different, like, ideas we had for this. I initially just made a mock-up of this scene, and the music was entirely different, in fact. But you know, Phrenk and I mean, first of all, Phrenk is involved in this too now, because again, Sightlord, you know, the gang in the previous episode is now quasi-referenced into being the music in this episode. But what we decided to do was go and make a full-on Sightlord track for it. Now, as you know, in the in the thing about it is next month, the 25th, an EP drops. Now, this single that was released alongside this is not featured on there, but it could be on that album, if that makes sense. It sounds like it could, you know. But you know, that was your free advertisement for today. Go check out that stuff soon. But that is available the 25th. But anyway, this song that we made. There's 3 versions of this song, and it was kind of funny to make because initially, because the whole idea behind it was to make a track that would fit perfectly into what was being showed on screen. So when Sanchez goes, you know, okay, that is like there's a ride on the drums going ding, you know, and composing in the right BPM and making it fit is definitely a challenge, but it's a fun challenge. But there's 3 versions of this song, and that is the show version. There's an instrumental version and a vocal version. The show version is pretty much identical to the instrumental version you can also listen to. But the vocal version is obviously not featured on here, but that is like the most Sightlord-esque shit you'll hear because it's got lyrics and everything. In fact, I'm going to do something really outrageous. I'm going to show you guys the full track. Again, that you could easily just listen to this on your own. But because some people might not know about the Sightlord channel or the Bandcamp on Spotify, promotion aside, we're just going to do it now. And for your convenience, there is lyrics on screen. So yeah, just give me this.
Fight to die inside. Pull you in. Hate the light. Sense of time of falling in place. Moving away with a separate face. Like a relative, while I'm here. Disappoint me, so disappear. Fight through the riverside. Just when it was not what's right. The lights of time, less your mind. Full of other sides to die. To die inside. Your chest, the waste to save. Your chance to just is a switch on the flame. Infinite stream, subsiding me. Pulls you apart at the seams. Falling forever in frozen time. Future hurts, it's a flash on your eyes. Nothing to save me, nothing at all. Sound save me as I fall. Something on the front of me, something on the front of me. Uncontrolled, nothing at all. All the falls alive.
So yeah, there's the track. You know. That's an E. My guitar's an E stand. It should be in D to do that, but yeah. Cool to be really you know, making a track for this, but you know, the vocal stuff was added after the you know, the track was composed, because there was the most important thing here for us was to get everything to like fit the scene, and you know, but the instrumental version you're listening to has these extra leads, you know, and you'll hear that in the episode.
Too easy.
Too easy.
Later, dickhead!
Later, dickhead.
My gun? My crate? My phone?
You know, the little that part, you know, and it's funny when you're making something like this, you'll take things away and you'll add things to the scene, and when we're done with the track, Zero's like, I have an idea, and it's like, can you do like somebody else added that, and it was like all these things. And the initial song we had, there's an extra part as we were developing it. We had finally recorded it, and then we're like, we need to extend this. So the first version of this song in the demo didn't have that part, and we need to extend that. And let me tell you something: as a music producer, when you have a baked track, and when you're done with something, TM, and you're like, okay, we need to split this song open again and add extra parts and all that stuff. So it's not always the easiest job, but for Zero, you know, we busted some ass for it, you know.
Who is this?
Mr. Sanchez, I'm called to see how that contract is going. It's 30 minutes past due, and we're kind of wondering where you are.
See what I mean with the animation? It's awesome.
Didn't you tell them we were going to be late?
I was kind of busy.
I'm busy installing for a bit.
You got us into this. You get us out.
Mr. Sanchez.
I often do a lot of stuff. There's a lot of synthesizer work and whatever, and that's like a thing I don't necessarily do a lot. But in Scythe Lord, I get to do a lot of effects and rises and whooshes, like, you know, shit like that. It's always fun to do. This is the part I was talking about. This was extended. You know.
Shrike, listen.
I got this.
No, listen.
Like this part. This... What you're hearing here is like... That is like 3 whammy dive bars. I have 2 guitars. I primarily use for like all Vargskelethor and Scythe Lord stuff. It's always my my SG. I love this guitar. But I also have an Ibanez guitar, and I don't particularly love this guitar. It's you know, the action of it is a little too high, and I also don't like the pickups. But what it does have a Floyd Rose, you know, thing. And what I often do, I use both guitars in recording and tracking. But for this particular guitar, I often do a lot of dive bombs and stuff you'll hear in Vargskelethor. And what the sound is, that thing, that is 3 dive bombs going on at the same time, mixed in a weird sort of spacey feel, you know. So there's a little information for you.
Yo, Ribcage, my
main man.
Your boy's bringing home some fat stacks tonight.
And that, again, when I'm referencing other animations or stuff in voice work, you know, it's not I'm not the only one who does this, but you channel an energy or something. This is Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, you know. Some fat stacks tonight! You know, my main man! Especially tonight. Tonight! That is Carl, Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Kneecap, we'll celebrate!
So that, Joel, how many main mans do you have? Well, one of them is right here.
Bro, what's that behind you?
So Phrenk makes an appearance in this episode too. Yeah, that guy. What the hell happened to my freaking car? Why is Ribcage bald? Every other guy has hair. Oh yeah. That is clandestine secrets that you can only access if you are part of a super secret mafia society that's established by Zerl. Okay, I will be dropping lore that Zerl himself has told me throughout this episode. Like I know the bigger picture that besides you guys. Basically, I'm part of Toby Fox's clique, right? And I know a lot of people speculate about lore and information about stuff in this series, and I have all of it, right? And I'll be talking about a lot of that throughout the stream. But basically, I'm going to be lore dropping as a little reward, a little like sweet treat for you, because you know this is why you watch these streams, because you don't want to just hear some like idiotic, moronic Swedish voice actor TM at 5 p.m. drop expositional crap about his music involvement into this. You want to hear the deets. You want to hear the juicy steak information here that is not available to anybody else. So we'll be talking about it. And the answer is, yeah.
You fucking piece of shit! You fucking bald!
Michael moment. No,
it's fine.
You know, it's great about this scene because I have been doing so much that day, and I honestly think that my voice is breaking there. It's fine. You know. Ah! I think it was after, because here's the thing, when you're voice recording this stuff, it's not just like a single line. You do these lines for like, you know, like 5 hours, right? And when you're yelling, you fucking fuck piece of shit, you fuck, you motherfucker, you know, and eventually you're like, yeah, okay, next line, you know. So there's like honest blood, sweat, and tears into this voice work, and I think my voice was like starting to like absolutely get torn to like an ashtray, you know.
Yes. Happy.
Zero cannot do Zero cannot do Jawbone without like quasi it becoming me, because Jawbone, like, you know, in the previous episode and this episode, you know, he's got a bit of a like a mean streak to him. He's you know, bad guy, you know, so he can be serious about like threatening people and Sanchez, but like me as a person is bleeding through this character, you know. And again, if you don't know about this, in the previous episode, he had a completely different voice initially. He sounded more like Skeletor. And, you know, because, you know, I don't want to, like, stroke my own ego here, but, like, Jawbone's voice is pretty much just me. It's basically me doing the Color Fun voice, or the GeoGuessr American voice. Think you're funny, huh? You know? And, but my point is, Jawbone is very much me in this series, you know. I mean, it's not entirely me, because, you know, I guess the real Joey is more stupid, but, you know. But I was gonna say, it's funny because it's like recent memery sneaks itself into this character, like bald. You know, you're gonna learn about colors, you dumb. You know. Basically, the skeleton biker from Shin Megami Tensei. I do not sound like the skeleton biker. I will never sound like the skeleton biker. In fact, you guys talking about this, and it's not happening. Okay. You sound exactly like Hellbiker. I do not sound like Hellbiker at all. I do not sound like Hellbiker. Okay, no, you do. No. What does the Hellbiker say again? What does he say again? And I can prove it. I do not sound like him at all. You was secretly foreshadowing Monkey Wrench the entire time. The color phone bit was hinting at the significance of the color green in the series. He knew all the secrets. All right, here we go. Hell, no. This is a recycled bit. This is so stupid. Okay, what? Oh, for fuck's sake. Here comes Hellbiker. Does not sound like this guy. I do not sound like this guy. Well, if I could hear it on YouTube, that'd be great. Hang on, wait a minute. Is this max volume on YouTube? Was this rendered in a fucking paper tube? I'm gonna do that again. There's like a normalization on the filter here. Not the Hellbiker experience. Where the fuck is it? There is the old. There we go.
Hey, there's the best right now.
I don't sound like that. I do not 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 sound like that.
On some fumes. You have fine excuse for a demon.
I do not sound like that. I do not sound like that. Okay. No. 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 It's literally Joel doing a Randy Savage impersonation. I will refuse to do a Randy Savage impersonation because that would horrendously expose that. Okay? No. Okay. Real Joey doing a Macho Man Randy Savage impersonation vibes. It sounds like if you're a notch more American. He admits it. I never admit anything, baby. Okay.
Lo siento. Old girls falling apart on me.
Get here in the next 15 minutes, else both of you will be arrested.
You're gonna kill me with stunts like this.
No regrets?
Sanchez still has the handcuffs from the last episode.
Last time I helped that old fossil.
You know how many fucking takes is of that? I think we sat there for 20 goddamn minutes just getting this right. You know, it's like seriously one of the longest things we recorded. It was just me for like 20 minutes just going you know. Yeah, seriously, like 57 35. Dude, I don't remember, but I probably have the raw recording stem somewhere. And it'd be funny to go back and just be like, what the fuck? Has Zerl released the bloopers or the unheard stuff from last episode? Not yet. Zerl, may I? Zerl, may I? It's the one with the vacuum cleaner you sent me. Can I? Or is that like NDA? Yeah, you go for it. You have them. Okay. Hang on. So I'm gonna pull this up. This is from the previous episode, and I hear this stupid shit. Where is this? Oh yeah, check this out.
Vacuuming. Vacuum time. Vacuum time. Gotta suck up all the slime. Zerl is gone. Zerl is gone. Someone's gonna listen to this shit. Audio editor, I hope you're paid to listen to Joey scream for 20 hours. Vacuum is going off.
Don't bother me while I'm using the vacuum.
Oh shit, there's still people in the recording booth.
You said you wanted outtakes, so I was...
So, Zerl went to go vacuum, and I was left there all alone. I was just like, I'm just gonna burn tape time. Zerl's in the shower vacuuming all the slime. Slime time. Stop on a dime. Professional. Let's see if I can find the initial demo of this song. Like this was the mock-up, by the way. If I can find this, it could be really interesting. The song we just, the VoidCrawler thing. Oh Christ. Going through all these files. Yeah, good luck, buddy. Here's the stingers isolated, by the way. You know, that's isolated and alone. That is probably the most exclusive thing you'll hear today, right? Besides, if I can find this. All right, so this was the VoidCrawler extremely early demo. This is like a super work in progress, and this is more of a like, let's see what we can do and fit. And this is just a complete whatever, like just to test the scene out. And it's totally different from what you hear later. This is a super early demo. So that was the super early demo that we just like bounced around. I'm like, should we do some ideas from here, or like, yeah, we can try that, do that. But very different from what VoidCrawler eventually was turned into. But cool song though, cool song. Please release this version somewhere. It's so deliciously spooky. I think that the final version is a little bit better. You know, not gonna lie, I think this sounds a little better. You know, but that's also because of production. But you know, let's see what is this? More the synthesizer work that I sometimes do. However, there's another thing in this episode, music-wise. I know you're like, dude, that's really nice that you're jerking yourself off with all this music talk, but there's a fucking animation on screen. But whenever do I get to talk about this, right? But Zerl, I don't know if you again, tell me if like this is like ooh, we can't talk about this. But some other music in this episode we worked on together, and it's this scene later on where when Beef Sanchez is like trying to close up the big fuck team, and basically. Let's see here. Is this it? If I wanted to watch animation, I would watch animation. I'm here for the developer commentary. Okay. Okay, yeah, here we go. So this is Zerl, are you still here? I need clearance. I need the codes to get in. I believe we tried that, but we went with something else in the end. Okay, yeah. So, Zerl, when he was animating this, the scene that is ramping up and the sort of music in the background wasn't, like, working initially. And he sent me off a thing to kind of remix it and retool it a little bit. And it's a scene later on. And, again, Zerl, if you're like, don't show this, you know, fine. But here's something I made underneath that scene, and then it was later retooled. So this is like a in-between seasoning work for this scene, and it's not the one featured in the episode, but I had a bit of a hand in this, and so check this out. So that was a little bit of like a underneath. That's not meant to be like an actual piece of like music, but it's more so like just to set the scene up a little bit. But yeah, you'll hear Zerl's like final version of that later on. But that was kind of my take on it, and you know, just to develop some ideas later featured. But you know, is it inspired by Diablo? A little bit of that. I mean, you wear your influence on your sleeves, but especially my guitar work, it's very like F-Zero-y and. Well, specifically bands, you know, I know what I like, you know, but specifically that sort of like haunting ambiance, it definitely, maybe a little bit of Diablo or something. Zero says, that scene was really hard to get it right, but we nail it in the end eventually. Oh yeah, it's great, it's great. Nutsack Thor.
You won't get anywhere if you keep your pacing like that. Know what I say?
Someone said Ozempic zone.
Keeps
Stop
the
it.
nerves at bay. That's the spirit.
Where is your pet?
Madam, slice your face off.
Huh? What?
What?
Oh.
She's painting the town red. And on that happy note, your tracking number has updated from delayed to out for delivery. Hooray for you!
I was promised there would not be a delay.
See, there's this thing in the biz we like to call bad intel. Oh, them blues. Just straight up giving it to a merc group of all things.
Centuries of work, my work. The very future is in that box. Why can you not bring them directly to me?
This airline don't do carry-ons, especially
So,
cataclysmic
looks
ones.
like Ben 10. Stop it.
Damn your eccentricities. I cannot lose them again. Not when I am so close.
Don't you fret your apple-stomping head. JB's a professional.
I am.
He can handle it.
I am.
Ahoy hoy.
Hello, what's poppin', gamer? It is me, JB, lol. But guess what? I got like totally I kind of boogalized a little bit. It is not great, actually. Let me actually do the Jawbone voice and not just shit it around. Okay, hang on. This is improv time. Hey, my dick got stuck in a meteorite, and Lamau, ooh, shit. Oh, fuck it. Talking about that. Oops, you know, goddamn.
Uh-huh.
They totally took my hair, man. Oh my god, I'm bald. Lamau, please send wig.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, it's shit is fucked up, man. Dude, let me tell you something. Ooh, let me tell you something. No head. No head. No head. I mean, no hair. No head. What?
Okay, love you.
No.
So, JB couldn't handle it, and that merc group is taking the goods to law as we speak. You're right, that is bad. Got a plan B, Daddy-O?
You take me to them personally.
That is not what Jawbone would have said. You know, he would have made an excuse for himself. You know, I wonder what he would have actually said. Probably would have been like sort of lying a little bit, but in that scene, contextualized, it's more so whatever I'm saying is being totally ignored. So maybe he would have been honest. Really fucked it up, you know. But can't wait for when 3 episodes later they had a bit of Jawbone vacuum. You know. Sorry, I had some car trouble.
With your agoraphobia, sounds awful risky.
You have left me no other option. The risk is warranted.
Doing it yourself, I love it. Though you're gonna have to book your own return flight.
Consider that part covered.
Golly, well, if you put it that way.
Zerl, if you don't know, Zerl, this guy, Agent K, I'm gonna do some lore drop because you guys have been watching about 50 minutes in, and you're already going like, dude, we haven't heard any sort of expositional or super important lore dump here, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the secrets about this character, and that is because Agent K stands for Agent Cornflakes. All right, now in the lore of Monkey Wrench and the lore of Planet Wrench, there was 12 moon crystals developed underneath the crust of the ocean's moon cycles, conjured by 12 warlocks beneath the legendary Sea of Anaclocht. You see, when the 16 battle cruisers developed Xenorph, the legendary weapon to destroy the sun, Agent Cornflakes was there since the very beginning, conjuring 12 scrolls underneath south, northern, west, eastern blood moon into... What? Känns balsagat.
Your chariot awaits. Shall we?
No mommies.
Spoil the next episode.
Ta-da.
Here. Why did it have to be here?
The sooner we deliver this, the sooner we can leave.
Fire for breaking NDA.
I can't go in there. In and out. Easy. She won't be here.
Stick Agent K in a bowl of milk and then slap him against the wall.
This place is huge. Wonder if that little Lythop fellow is around.
I'm sure those little pebbles are running about here somewhere.
Shrike. It's just the one. Remember?
What? Yeah.
So later in this
Sure.
episode,
I remember.
Sanchez has no of clothes. No of clothes, and because Zerl, you just had to draw him naked. There's a yoke. There's a joke. This is adult. This is, you got to be 50 years old to listen to this because this is adult zone. Okay. So they make Zerl made a joke about Sanchez being nude, and throughout this entire thing, you don't see Boca lol. And then you do see, and no Boca, and it's one of the most subtle, funny jokes, and I love it.
Thought I saw Hueso Verde's accomplice for a sec.
Oh, so he had an accomplice now.
Little gray guy in a law uniform to boot. Disco Man was there too, and Black Paper Man with a hat.
Here you are, officers. One container delivered to... Give it here.
The greatest loss in this entire episode was the fact that there was a scene that I teased months and months ago, and I cannot believe that Zerl took away 4 months of extra footage that you guys have never seen, and I still don't know why the fuck you didn't do this, man. There was supposed to be a hot dog eating competition scene. Fully voice act, fully animated. There was Mickey the Mouse involved. We're talking Disney, man! Okay? And there was nothing. Okay? We had Mickey the Mouse, Donald the Duck, Tony the Fox. And you boogalized it. You sent me the project files, and then you deleted it. And you said, this scene is too good. We're taking the $16 billion we had from Crypto Stonks, and we're throwing it away. Unbelievable, man. But I can show you a little bit of this footage right now, because it is a shame. This was never included. Absolutely horrendous. And shame on you, Zerl. Shame on you. Okay. Let me pull this scene up because you should be in jail for this.
Last time I helped that old fossil.
So this is the scene. Hello, it's me, Jawbone, lol. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Oh, the tasty hot dog. Oh, yeah. It's pretty good. Lol. That's fucking Disney, baby! That's fucking Disney! Talking about some goddamn, fucking Cartoon Network. Boom! Out of here, son! This shit is fucking quality, you know? Wow! That's what I'm talking about. Take that scene out. That was $16 billion, baby! Taking that shit out. What were you thinking? Come on! Christ! I was frozen today! Take that, Ghibli! Now, I know, what was his name? The guy who runs Studio Ghibli. Please, I forget his name, please. The sweet old man who hates anime. What was his name? Is it Miyazaki? Yes, Miyazaki, yes. Hayao Miyazaki? That guy is notoriously anti-AI because he says it lacks soul and that's why art shouldn't be developed. And I say, fuck that! Okay? AI is the future! In fact, that's what I'm talking about! Listen. Why make something when you can make a AI hot dog and make it fucking spin in space? Better than Studio Ghibli! Fucking quality! Rock, is this real? For legal purposes, I am being facetious and sarcastic. I cannot believe Jawbone would support AI hot dog. Evil. Spammed and bit. Anyway, would you like another hot dog? Come on. Come on. Would you like? Would you like? Huh? Yeah, come on. I don't want a hot dog. Don't want a hot dog? Okay, well, let me tell you something. You could have had that hot dog. Yeah. Try to feed the hot dog. The character Jawbone would probably be an AI grifter. I can totally see Jawbone getting to space crypto. Some rich, get rich quick scheme.
Anywhere if you keep your pacing like that.
Okay.
I remember.
Being here that bad?
Thought I saw Hueso Verde's accomplice for a second.
I do love the fact that there's gonna be, there's probably gonna be maybe one or two Monkey Ranch fans that is totally unfamiliar with me as a person, or my streaming style, quote unquote. They're gonna be watching this stream and they're gonna be like, you know, I'd love to hear from JB's voice actor here. What is his thoughts and inputs on this? What is his thoughts and feelings about like the creative process and the bigger picture here? What is it like to be a voice actor and stuff like this? And you see this and it's like, wow, it's a hot dog, you know, fuck.
Oh, so he had an accomplice now.
Little gray guy in a law uniform to boot. Disco Man was there too, and Black Paper Man with a hat.
In character.
Here you are, officers. One container delivered to...
Give it here. I think the primary's those documentary guys are keeping them busy. Else...
What in the great spectrum is that doing out here?
The mysterious hot dog cannot be defeated. You can never defeat him. He is omnipresent and always around. The legend come life. Okay, I actually there we go.
Halt! Lower your weapons. I need a biohazard team down here. Now.
A curious development. Seems even Law has off days.
Okay, so on the left, straight out of Neverhood, man.
We'll continue later.
Joel plays with JPEGs like a doll.
Explain.
Commander, if you'll allow me.
Who's that guy? I recognize him from somewhere.
Assigned a classified object to some merc bumpkins to avoid the associated risks. Illegally, I might add.
You know, I will say this. Zerl cannot write a script without being funny, okay? Because later in the episode, they had Vinny say, "Hey, I'm walking here." And for that, it is this as children say. Cinema Peak.
Killix, 62. Is this assessment accurate?
He did it.
Hey!
Seeing as Sister Raphaim is not here, I'll see to it that you are both suitably punished. Get them out of my sight. And as for you, Officer Sanchez.
Sorry, I might have to cut the stream a little short, actually. I am meant to meet up with a bunch of friends later on, and they are literally being kept up by me reacting to this, and they're too nice to say it to me, but they're like, please, for the love of God, can you hurry the fuck up? So we're gonna watch for like three more minutes, and and it sucks. It is my own fault here, because I was playing with Lore. Would you like a hot dog? Yeah. Wait. That is how we eat hot dogs in space, ladies and gentlemen. That is how we do it. That hot dog is important lore, by the way. If you don't know, Zerl told me about this hot dog before. This hot dog is lore. It is 90% lore, 10% lean fat. And
Posted sabbatical. Suit still attached. Calling herself a mercenary.
Seems to be an epidemic of individuals masquerading as law officials lately.
law.
You've blatantly disobeyed protocol.
But he...
And your actions reflect poorly on all involved. We have rules.
Yeah, stupid ones.
Tell me, what was your plan? To stay away forever? Continually run from your responsibilities yet?
Have an emotional support hot dog, Sanchez. Now this man has been my friend for years. And when JB feeling down, let me tell you something. That is when you eat a hot dog. No! My friends are being kept waiting because of this.
Reap all the benefits? Arrogance has gotten you this far. You seem to have all the answers, Sanchez. So please, do go on.
Oh, is that a hot dog? Guys, don't be mad at the hot dog. This is the hot dog of time. Ladies and gentlemen, I've come here today to introduce the new character. This is me, John Hot Dog. Now, I've done extensive voice work throughout the series, and let me just say, as Joey, the fine voice actor that I am, I have come here today to introduce you to a unseen character that is unavailable for the Commonwealth viewing. This is John Hot Dog, and I am keeping my friends waiting on me. That is why I must disappear now. This is the last appearance of John Hot Dog, but I will see you never. Anyway, I'm back. What happened? I had like a blackout.
Very well. Your service with law enforcement is hereby terminated.
Okay.
The surgery to remove your suit has been
You
scheduled.
can't just...
And you will return your effects. That includes your issued firearms.
No!
Which will be deactivated and
Should I cut the stream right there?
Both you, your colleague, and your ship will be detained.
So that the mouse is hovering over stop streaming. Stop it.
Free to leave. As for payment, it will be honored once Primary Red confirms its delivery. Is that clear, Mr. Sanchez?
Yes.
Now, let me just tell you something. I'm sure you've seen this episode already. If you haven't, this might not make much sense. But later, Sanchez is in an alternate state of reality, let's just say that. And he ends up on a beach. And this is a testament to the fact that I said earlier that Zerl it can write really funny stuff, but he can also write really thematic things in the script that isn't overtly obvious, right? I'm just gonna skip ahead to that. I know that's like, you're skipping ahead, Jesus Christ, don't do that. But, example here. So, no. This right here, no. So this is an important, great thing, because Sanchez is on a sandy beach. And not a lot of people would understand this. Zerl named this character Sanchez because of this scene. This is important lore drop. Sand chess. On sand. When you're in a writing room, when you're brainstorming with people, sometimes you create magic. Okay. When you're sitting there for 16 hours straight, drinking coffee, just, you know, rubbing your temple and going, fuck, man, we can't make this work. Sometimes, like a lightning bolt going outside the window, you slam your fists. I have it! And they're like, what? Sand. Yes. Oh my God. That is the power of writing. That is the power of writing, ladies. That is making love to a script. Okay? It is I, John Hotdog, and I have come here to make an announcement. You see, because some guy behind the recording studio session decided to instead play with hot dogs instead of taking his time and carefully planning around this and making sure that the time was appropriate. He decided to play with eyelids and anuses compressed into a meat tube. And that is why I have to go and continue this stream possibly tomorrow because somebody needs to go. So I hereby decree by the law of the land that we will resume this from this point in time. However, it has been an hour-long stream, so all right, anyway, guys, I'm sorry, we're going to have to cut it here, but I will be continuing to watch this alongside with you guys. But once again, let's get a little serious and say this. If you haven't seen this already, please, and probably some of you guys are like, oh, I really like to hear your thoughts about this. I can summarize what I'm about to say now and tomorrow, or whenever I do this. Super cool to be part of this. Seriously though, jokes aside and jovial ha-has, kudos to the team that is making this amazing series available for you for free on YouTube. Zerl, main man MVP, I want to say thank you to Phrenk for creating some cool music with me, and all the voice actors and the editors, the sound editors, all the amazing people involved. All you guys deserve a pat on the back, and super cool to be part of something like this. So yeah, man, really, really cool. I look forward to working with Zerl again in the future, because I do have one thing that I want to show off, because I have been teasing throughout this entire stream that there is an extra scene in this, and I will show you. This is not a fucking joke. This is not a fucking joke. There is an alternate scene, sort of thing here. It is not John Hot Dog. It is none of that stupid shit. Because you guys do deserve a real treat. Besides, obviously the VoidCrawler demo and showing a little extra of that stuff out, or behind the scenes bloopers or whatever. There is one thing that I want to show off to you guys, because I think it is more important than anything. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the most amazing things you'll ever see. I present to you the hidden scene in this. Where is it? Here we go. I think the scene is around here. This is an alternate scene that I don't think a lot of people know about, but it is for your viewing pleasure. This is my last thing I say, so just enjoy. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hector scene coming up.
You're gonna blow up the whole crate like that.
Trust me! This time! I can make this right.
Son of a bitch! All right, little red. You wanna rock? Let me show you how I roll.
Looking around that rocks on a town. You see a bulldozer and you say, you know, I stick my dick in it. Ow! It really hurts. Ah! It really hurts. But it's okay, it really feels good. No! Goddamn! Fuck! Oh, shit! It is the bulldozer. Shit! Fuck! God damn! Shit! Oh! Lola, my penis is in my house! McDonald, and now you see that I can see the power of Bulldozer. When I destroy your fucking restaurant, when I destroy my balls, then you'll see the power of the caterpillar. 10 real memes going on my dick. Take this shit. I'll be talking about deluxe destruction, maximum satisfaction. It is time to get into the bulldozer, get into the bulldozer, get into the bulldozer. It is time for sex. Liquidate my sperm, destroy my house, annihilate my balls. That's what I'm talking about. None of that shit. I'm talking old school destruction. I'm talking total obliteration of good. Fuck by bulldozer, fuck by bulldozer, fuck in the bulldozer.
And it's an extreme, oh my goodness. So, if you don't know, we watched a bit of the Monkey Ranch episode, but I had to go. So here we are resuming it. So, yada, 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 right? But, yes, welcome back once again. And we're going to be watching the rest of this. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen. No, not the bulldozer. No, not the bulldozer. There we go.
I trust your leave of absence.
That should work better for you guys, right?
Enlightening. 6 months past.
Where's your ad blocker, Vinny? Oh, I got destroyed in the great ad wars.
Calling yourself a mercenary.
There is a I think it was it EVE Online, where there was an intergalactic war about like Coke versus Pepsi or something like that, right? They had a soft beverage war. Bro uses Chrome, I use Firefox, but funnily enough, I believe Gary's mod runs on Chromium, but I don't know if that's the same thing. I think that's Splatoon, Joey.
Arrogance has gotten you this far. You seem to have
Joe, what the fuck? I just got into bed. Get out of bed.
So
it's 10 in the morning. Wake up time.
go on.
Why I got fetish handcuffs? Because the last episode I was chained up.
Very well. Your service with law enforcement is hereby terminated.
Okay.
The surgery to remove your suit is
Imagine being that tall.
And you will
every day You have a disadvantage and an advantage. Go to the grocery store. Oh, finally I can get the Campbell soups. But oops, I can't go to the bathroom. I just get a concussion every time I stand up.
Before you are free to leave. As for payment, it will be honored once Primary Red confirms its delivery. Is that
You can crush people under 1 foot, but also it can't fit into any buildings.
Yes.
Put little wheels on your body, man. Roll around. It's like that turtle they helped out. Because the turtle had some sort of ass injury. I saw like a news YouTube thing about it where they 3D printed a new turtle shell for this poor animal who had too many bubbles trapped in the butt.
Yet here you are.
This is a real topic I'm talking about as this episode is playing. Beebs is just so irritated with Sanchez throughout the entire series now. It's just like, you fuck up, you fuck up, you fuck up. Speaking of brain injury.
Inoperable.
I really like this scene because there's a slight, like, let's just say this in Sony Vegas terms or Photoshop. Gaussian blur overlay.
Besides, it's just a dumb machine. It don't feel nothing.
Oh.
Hey, I was taught this trick. See? If you hit these things just right.
Grink. Not as good as Mug. It's Bloom. Looks like an Xbox 360 game, but I actually like how the look is. Sprunt. See the you know, a little scene telling, you know? Vacation on the left, serve on the right. There's a duality in this scene, okay?
Was the other
overworked. See, it's blue and red. It's thematic. Zerl cooks with this kind of stuff, you know. He drops a little clues in the scenes, and what you don't notice, your brain does. Joe, you're so smart and intelligent. No and no. You know.
I think
Vince Gilligan could never. Vince Gilligan did work on this. He wrote the script. This is Breaking Bed. It's about jumping on the bed until it breaks. This is NDA, of course, that I'm breaking. Yeah. Breaking Benjamin. Check him out with their new Halo AMV on YouTube.
Yeah.
Space potatoes.
No!
I bleed honey.
This is great. Perfect, even. Yeah, just get a job with lawcomers.
NDA stands for No Duendes Allowed.
Good hours compared up with an idiot peanut.
Really?
I hope you guys saw the Vinny did a Duende segment on a Sunday stream. And you won't believe how many people messaged me saying, Joel, Vinny saw a Duende penis. And I've already seen that video, but I just never paid attention to that.
How'd you get in here? This place is off limits, bud. Beat it.
Get out of here.
I seem to be lost. Be a dutiful officer and direct
I love this voice.
citizen to cargo processing. Your cooperation.
It was a very tempting thing for Zerl not to have the voice be the Dr. Claw voice or the Doomslayer voice,
Looks good.
which of course is the de facto villain voice.
We'll snip that
Yes, the Doomslayer. I'll get you next time, Dr. Fuck. The Shockmaster.
Oh.
Sting.
Let me
Dusty
requisition you
Rhodes.
some simple civvies. Can't have
The
you
Harvester
running around
Guard, yeah.
without any clothes on now, can we?
Well, he can do that voice. It's like there's nothing to it. Nude, naked, Boca, Lamau.
Feel a slight sting.
It's one of my favorite bits in this episode because, well, it's the fact that Zerl keeps making a joke about like, haha, blocked off by something. And then you get to see it, and there's And nothing there. Now this is the character that will matter the most in the series, and you will see why in 8 episodes around the 20-minute mark. Spoilers, everybody. See, that is why you watch my stupid commentary on it.
Sir.
Damn Rinians thinking they own the spot.
Kunti? That you? Hey, little guy.
Let me just pause this. There is something that I think about. Making Vinny say, "Hey, I'm walking here," reminds me a little bit about. They had the actor playing Bobby in The Sopranos in the Tim and Eric show, and Bobby, of course, plays like an Italian-American mobster, right? And it's a Tim and Eric skit called Cinco My Eggs, and basically it was either Tim or Eric or whoever wrote it. They made him say "capiche," and you see his look, just like rolling his eyes and turning like, "You're making me say this? Cinco my eggs, gabish." And it's like, ha 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 ha, we can make you say anything. And I'm imagining that was Vinny's case, where like he's reading the script going, "Oh, you want me to say that? So, oh.
Did they take him away too?
Say the line, Bart."
Shut it. Hey, I will use the syringe.
Ozempic.
Wait a minute.
This is law business.
Ugh.
Back off.
Interesting. I don't remember Bobby on Tim and Eric. I'm gonna show you.
Sounds like
Gabish?
it is my business.
You better run along, Merc. Things are about to get cataclysmic.
Now you did it. Still like his shirt, beard. Me and my battle station, as the kids call it.
Now, an unknown entity has appeared on the station, ma'am. Signature green.
Green? Where?
Decades
Crabs.
medical. On screen now.
I was watching Iron Chef last night, and they were cooking crab and abalone. And I've never had abalone, and after watching that episode, I don't want it either.
Something much worse. All enforcers, apprehend the suspect at once.
Abalone.
Do not let them escape with that box.
When I say Godzilla, the American '98 movie, where they can't find Godzilla, even though Godzilla is jumping into the like Hudson River. It's like, where did Godzilla go? And it's not that deep. Can't find him. I still haven't watched -1, by the way. Shin Godzilla was the one I watched. I haven't watched any of the American Godzilla movies. I watched Godzilla 2014. I haven't seen King of Monsters or The Lost Kingdom or whatever. I don't really have that much of an interest.
Selection.
This poor vending machine. This poor vending machine.
Insufficient funds. Please, insert Pixel.
Why is the vending machine moving to me?
To be fair, the Hudson River is an extremely murky hellscape of a river, is it?
Selection. Your make. Please.
Please!
Look, if you're gonna be alive, at least make yourself useful. Andale, here. Can't this thing stop being stolen for 5 minutes?
I'm running a vending machine, why not? Why would a vending machine have wheels? I'm actually, that's smart. That is smart. Less back problems, you know.
Alright, hombre de metal.
Hombre de metal. Hombre de gordo. Not the vending machine. One of the greatest cinematic losses we've ever had. So you give anything a consciousness or like a personality, I'm like, oh man. By space crystals. the big reveal. Guys, I just got a GeForce Game Ready driver that is green with an arrow pointing down as soon as that happened.
No. Are you?
Dolan Methuselah Crow.
By the way, if you spell that backwards, it spells out the evil bad guy known as Billy. Try it yourself, you'll see what I mean.
Abomination. You took a massive risk coming here. Relinquish green to me. Now.
As my species was once fond of saying, no risk, no reward.
Hey, I said that too. I wonder why.
It's the future. It is on the horizon, dear puppet. There is no stopping what is to come.
I think my Swedish inflection shines through when I said it. No risk, no reward. It's like a stress on the D. As my species once said, skibbity doiled.
Sanchez, do not interfere.
I can help.
Leave now. And put some clothes on.
But.
Spectrum's sake.
Ah! Bah! Nakey. Well.
I thought you were getting your gear removed.
And I thought you had someplace to be.
What did you do?
It's not my fault this time.
This
We
time.
gotta get the box.
Bunty, please. I was watching your Undertale run from like a decade ago when you were reading it for the characters. And someone's like, why don't you voice act? And you acted like it was the silliest thing you've ever heard. You know, it's kind of fun about the voice acting. In the initial streams of that, I was like, I'm not gonna do a Papyrus of Skeletor. That is too cliche. I'm just gonna do some other voice. And then eventually, like, I just caved in and said, alright, fine. Why not do it?
We gotta get Punti.
Oh,
That little Lythop. You named him.
I thought you said there
Using
was
the word
more.
decade made me feel weird. It is.
So what?
We've been in this pimping business for a long ass time.
He's all alone.
How long did it take you to do the voices for this? On a recording session, it takes hours. Not necessarily hours, but it is not something you just kind of do and shrug, you know, and like don't care about, because you do many takes. And of course, I said this in the previous stream of this one, which will come out later on YouTube, TM. This track in the background was passed back and forth, initially from Zero to me, and I sent some ideas over to Zero.
Shrek, stop.
This will work. We can make this right.
That's how my stomach feels. Yeah. Do you actually record in a recording booth, or you just record your lines out of your apartment? You can record anywhere, as long as there's no sibilance and you have a decent recording microphone with you. I told you not to do it, and you did it. It's goddamn green!
Orders, Commander. Recall the fleet. I'll inform Primary Red of the situation once we have this current outbreak under control.
You got a gash in space.
Did you get all of that?
The green dimension. Would using my iPhone as a mic be good enough to win an Oscar for best voice acting? Well, it is funny you mentioned that, because when it comes to voice recording, apparently a lot of stuff can be fixed with AI. Because, you know, I am a music producer and I have signed up to various VST manufacturers over the years, and because you've done that, my email gets spammed about every 2 seconds with a new offer and deal thing. And oftentimes it's some thing they've developed where, like, Have you recorded your voice lines in a nuclear bunker in a bathroom and it's unsalvable? Well, guess what? We're going to die. And that'll make you shit sound good. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. Sandches. Adobe Enhance make you sound like I have a lisp.
Por favor, pase lo que pase, tienes que ser.
This is good. We're watching the subtitle version, right?
Peeps, 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 peeps. Amigo?
Now you've done it. Now you messed up.
Oh, okay.
I never know what side of my on my chest is my heart. It's on the right side, right? Right?
I'd wager somewhere in the...
Ironically, we're talking about equipment, and the power supply to my microphone actually slipped out there for a second. It's on the left side, right? So you put your hand like, you know. It's just like a problem with me because it's a problem with me because, you know, as a kid, I got like tricked, and it sort of like ingrained itself into muscle memory. Where like, you know, if you're left-handed, that's what they said to me: left-handed, left side, right-handed, right side. You know, and I believed that for years, and ambidextrous people have it right in the middle, right? So,
QZ, my good fellow. You ain't going anywhere anytime soon. How about it, Gem for Brains? Care for a little heart-to-heart?
not G-Manny at all. No. Well, could you believe that was 30 minutes we just watched or something? Hey, okay, well, let me tell you something, Zerl. Here's what you do. Grok it up. Okay, say, I want the Disney. You get the Disney in 2 seconds, and that's good. You know. Well, as I've said before, let's get a little serious about this. You know, Jawbone, voice acted by some guy. And of course, Phrenk. Good old Phrenk was in this playing Ribcage. Armstrong, of course, Vinny. You know, but who is the mysterious question mark character? That is the question. Now, the thing is, though, I happen to know. Melissa Medina plays a character called Bipi Papap Skdow. You know. And this character is very relevant because, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to announce some plot. The next episode will drop 3 days. There is a hot dog eating competition episode. And Bibi Stao is gonna win. That's right, these are the clandestine secrets you can only find out through my stream. Okay, I don't know why I'm doing this, because these are the kind of things that piss me off when I'm listening to DVD commentary. Like, trivial, inside jokey shit that is not explained, or properly, like, elaborated on, and you're like, what? Like, you're trying to watch something for actual clues, or listen to people's thoughts about something, and then you hear shit like that, and you're like, huh? Why? Why did they say that, you know? And I will explain the joke, because let's get serious. The reason I bring up this hot dog eating competition shit is because I was very ironically to this, very secretive about, you know, plot and music and stuff that was featured in this episode. And I was baiting people for many months, saying that, you know, you guys will not believe it. There's a hot dog eating competition scene in the next episode. And I was just ad-libbing these things, saying like, you know, there's a hot dog scene between like Sanchez and Jawbone, and they have to get the ultimate hot dog, and you know, And at some point, people couldn't tell with like post-law where the irony began and ended. And they were just like, really? Okay, cool. I was like, oh, hot dog eating competition. So, full circle joke. I squeezed in another hot dog joke for you. So, you know, how many hot dogs would you be able to eat? Well, I'm no Joey Chestnuts, but I would definitely give it a try. But, yeah. But, yeah, you know it. But yeah, super cool to be part of this, as I said. You know, well, yours truly, I guess. And if you want to go check that out, it's on Spotify and all your streaming platforms, YouTube, and, you know, all that jazz. But, you know, I found this out the other day, by the way. So, Voices of the Void related, Gooseworks I thought Gooseworks was a streamer that played the Voices of the Void, like, initially. So if you put gooseworks.lol or whatever the fuck it is in Voice of the Void, I'm like, okay, that's a reference to that streamer. But Gooseworks makes not like primarily video game streams, they are like an animator. And I like had no idea about that. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, and this just goes towards the end here. But you know, Zerl is very open about you know, the cost of these things, and these things cost money to make. And $66,000 is not something to scoff at, because that is a lot of moolah. But you know, I will say this: I think this show deserves even more from like network executive investors. I think, because this is done with blood, sweat, and tears. You know, this is a project where you have a passionate idea and you have a whole team behind you, and you know, you make this from the ground up. You put the seeds in, you watch them grow, and you fucking tend to the gardening and all that stuff, right? And you know, I think it's one of the best series on YouTube that is like free to watch in an actual episodic format. That's really good. Not that I necessarily watch like a lot of episodic content on YouTube, but when it comes to animation, this is my go-to. And that is not nepotism, ladies and gentlemen. That is not because I play a role in this as well, but because I generally like this universe. I think it's really cool, and I like Zerl's animations a lot, man. You know, but I will say this: if you're all curious about this, I know there's $900 to miscellaneous, and I will tell you what this was. This was hot dogs, okay? And this is hot dogs, okay? $900 hot dogs might not seem that much, but the problem is you get 11 hot dogs, 10 hot dog buns. And that creates a problem where you're always stuck with one extra hot dog. And at that point, you gotta buy another hot dog bun package. And at that point, it just sort of like ramps up in awfulness, right? So, you know. But on top of that, with the $900, we also spent, you know, the animation. If you don't know, we rigged up a hot dog with the little ping pong balls into a flight hangar, and we were throwing these hot dogs around for incredible physics. That scene was cut, though, because Zerl thought it was funny to put Sanchez's PP into the animation thing, and it made him fly around like a helicopter. And that was not good. There's also... I'm sorry. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, Monkey Ranch, awesome series. I think everyone should go check the series out prior to this episode as well. But you know, let's get a little serious here for a second and just say this. I'm just gonna put this down. Super cool project to be part of. Zerl is super talented, and all the people involved into this project is definitely, you know, deserving of your time, because it's really cool. Really cool. It's a really cool series, man. And, you know, for the record, I know you guys are indeed actually like, okay, can I read between the lines what Joel is saying here? Can I find out these plot details and things and whatever? Listen, I go to Toby Fox route, okay? I do not reveal anything I do not say anything. So if you ever hear me see some really outrageous shit, you don't even know what's real anymore, you know? Yeah. I think, just for the record, I'm going to tell you some real stuff here. I believe I recorded my voice lines around February. And that shows you how much time is needed to like make something like this, you know. Will I do more voice acting work for Monkey Wrench? Listen, I'm down to clown with anything. You know, I'm, who knows? I might even have more roles in the future. Who knows? Who knows? Whatever comes my way. If I have time for it, I'm definitely down to do anything, man. Can you voice a rock next? Okay, here's my voice acting for a rock. Hello, it is me, lol. Check me out. I'm in a show where I stand still and I have googly eyes. Limau. But it's cool to have Phrenk involved in this too. You know, he just shows up. Holy shit, give this guy an award for best voice actor. You cooked your leaks better than the last episode. You felt more serious about it. I'm serious. Well, listen, the thing with voice acting is definitely something you need to respect as a theatrical art. And I happen to play a pretty silly character, but I can do any sort of like role if it demands it, you know. If, for example, I'm just going to give you a random anecdotal example here, but when I'm doing like, for example, Deltarune, and there's a serious moment that calls for it, like I'm not going to sit there and like make a overtly silly voice, you know. It's all in the performance of what you're trying to read, you know. It just happens that Jawbone is very silly, you know. But yeah. But yeah, it's cool to be involved with something like this, and it's kind of funny too because, you know, Zerl didn't necessarily get his start into this, but I think because Zerl did the Pizza He-Man, and you know, he's done various projects like the Wasp and whatever, and you know, he on YouTube got views because of that, and here I am watching his stuff, you know, so. And it's funny how these things go, you know. So that I hope Jawbone gets run over. Zerl is phenomenally talented. I'd love to work with him one day. Well, he's one phone call away. So if you want to get your Bugles promotion commercial, I'm sure he'll work for $2. You know. He's been around the block. So that driving in my spaceship right after a beer. Hey, that bump is shaped like a Swede. Oof. I don't know about that. But yeah, once again, super cool thing to be part of here, man. I highly recommend that you check out the series yourself. I'm sorry for my asinine commentary here. Didn't really evoke any sort of thought or sort of curiosity or sort of deeper viewing of this. It was mainly just me having fun watching the episode and whatever. But I think the problem is I also saw this before it was released on YouTube because we had to set the score to this. And that is definitely like, I might sound careless, or I might sound like, neato, you know. But that's only because I kind of watched this a couple times, you know, so, yeah. But yeah, super cool. I love the smooth animation and everything. This ain't your fucking, what was that? What was that thing on YouTube like 10 years ago? It was like a Family Guy ripoff of like these stick figure Family Guy people talking. Go Animate Family Gal. It was not Family Gal. It was Go Animate. Go Animate, was it? Go Animate. Yeah, Go Animate. Yeah, that was that was certainly a thing, you know. But ladies and gentlemen, we're not gonna spend too much more time on this because we have other stuff to do today. But I want to once again thank Zerl, the team, all the other talented voice actors involved, for making a really cool project happen, and I hope to see more of this stuff. So yeah, let's do a quick Q&A about this, because this is a press conference. So let me just scroll on a good pause here. Show Bob and Tim and Eric your promise. I will. Let's do five extremely important questions here that only I can answer, no matter how silly or serious they are about the episode. What is Jawbone's favorite food? That would be spaghetti. Boom. There we go. Could Jawbone lick their own elbow? Yes. Yes, indeed. That's 2 questions. Can Joel meow? No, I had that surgery, man. It can't be done. That is 3 questions. 2 remain. Most important things here. Here we go. Here we go. How involved were you in the design of the character you voice acted? Not very much. This is a character that was made by Zerl, and I definitely think that Zerl had a part of creating this character sort of around what he intended for this character to be, i.e. sort of an influence on me. But I have very little, what do you call it? What's the right answer for this? Thesaurus, please. I don't want demanding input on anything. This is his vision. This is his project, right? And when I'm doing voice work for this, whatever, I like to put my own voice into this character, and but you're given a performance that is good for the character. But I at no point did I say to Zerl, I like Jawbone, but I want him to have moon shoes, But if ever there is a disagreement how this character is played or whatever, I'm sure we can do that 10 episodes in where I start getting really pig-headed. I'm like, I'm Wesley Snipes here in Blade. I don't want to open my eyes. And they're like, why don't you want to open your eyes? Don't want to. Like, you're going to cost us $5 billion CGI animate your eyes opening here in Blade 3 or whatever that movie was. Can you not just open your eyes, Wesley Snipes? And he goes, no. So that costs $5 billion later on, and it ruins the whole thing. I'm sure there's some people that know about what I'm talking about. How did Phrenk and Vinny get involved with this show? Is the phone call away? Call him. Ring, ring, ring. Hello, who is it? Hello, my name is Zerl. Lol. I got a little project for you. I have no idea what you're referring to. Okay, I will drop the act for a second. So I believe in Blade, whatever movie it is, Wesley Snipes is like laying down on this bed or something like that, and then they need a shot where he wakes up, and it's like standing up or doing something, and they're like, all right, Wesley Snipes. All right, Wesley, can you open your eyes real quick and look around? No. Could you open your eyes real quick? Could you do that for us? No. So what they had to do, they had to be like, oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, we're going to have to get the CGI team in here to make CGI eyes open like... Bloop. And I don't even know how much that costed, but he just refused. He just refused to do it. Blade Trinity, yeah. That's why. Chad move, what a bitch though. Alright, and last question, everybody. You sure made them count. Aside from Jawbone, who's your favorite character and least favorite? Ooh, big questions. Big questions. Well, you know, as dumb as it sounds, I think the main character, you know, Sanchez, the protagonist, you know, there's an intrigue here. There's a curiosity to find more about this character, and I like a flawed protagonist. You know, a protagonist that is full of intricate little problems they have to overcome. It's nice to be part of that journey, to see them improve and overcome whatever challenge and, you know, adversity they're challenged with. And I think that he's a pretty cool character. My least favorite character is a character called Sanchez. Now, Sanchez is full of problems, and I don't like that. I like my characters flawless. That makes the best character. I want them to kind of like swoop into a scene and just clean everything up and have a smug attitude, and the writers expect you to love this character. That is great. You know? Now, my least favorite character, I don't think I have one. I like all these characters. Least favorite. I like the wordage of that, because when I was taught in school, you never say I hate that character. It's like my least favorite food, my least favorite, or stuff like that. You know, it's manners. Hard to pick out a least favorite from a cool cast. Yeah, for sure. These are more questions for Zerl, I believe, guys. I am a small part in this. My least favorite character is background character 420. Bonus question: would you like Armstrong in my house? In my house? No, I wouldn't. I would not. He hates that background character. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, go check out Monkey Wrench. Fantastic fun series. And of course, that's try not to be so nepotistic, because you know, I happen to be part of this. But Zer's a cool guy. I like the series, and for the record, I do not possess extensive, super important plot reveals that nobody but Zerl and the team and I know about. Okay. I would never. And that is why I'm not going to talk about it, okay? But there is hot dog. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Monkey Wrench with me. Cool fucking shit. Maybe more soon. Right. Anyway, go watch that episode, everybody. Tell your grandma about it. Anyway, for now, we're going to move on to the next segment. But once again, thank you for watching my stupid thoughts about it. Yeah.